Coming up on Channel 8 News, find out what steps the Manhattan community is taking to improving race relations.
Hear about how police are using their technology in their vehicles and on their persons.
Also, Manhattan High football could be in trouble. Stay tuned to find out why.
Cold weather is upon us here in Manhattan. Find out if we have any warmer days left in this season coming up on Channel 8 News.
This is KKSU LD, covering Manhattan, Riley County, and the Flint Hills, broadcasting in high definition from Kansas State University. You're watching Channel 8 News.
Welcome to Channel 8 News. I'm Bailey Brown.
And I'm Isabel Lobby. Thanks for tuning in. We have lots to talk about today. But first, our top story. Riley County Police are investigating another incident of racially motivated vandalism in Manhattan. Between 1:30 and 3 a.m., a Manhattan resident had his car tagged with several violent and racist remarks, according to police. The Black Student Union of Kansas State University called for an emergency meeting last night to discuss not only this incident, but other racial incidents that have happened throughout the year. Students got a chance to express themselves and suggest ways to improve race relations. Riley County Police Department is asking if you have any information on this vandalism crime to call them at 785-537-2112 or Crime Stoppers at 785-539-7777. Amidst all the recent turmoil regarding race here in Manhattan, our own Brandon Fabak went to a meeting to discuss race relations. He is now in studio to tell us more about what took place. Brandon?
You are right, Isabel. On Monday, I went to a racial relations meeting that attempted to find different ways to combat these issues. Manhattan community members gathered at St. Thomas More Catholic Church to find out ways to improve this connection. Topics such as DACA, police bias during traffic stops, and even racism on the K-State campus were all brought up at the gathering. Kevin Bryant, a Manhattan resident, believes the most important part of race relations is to get people to interact.
Who's your neighbor?
Another table.
That's the amazing responses, and the whole thing is about just, like I said, just being able to speak to your neighbor, no matter what color, what race, what political opinion.
5 community members served as panelists for the race reconciliation discussion, each giving attendees a different point of view. The gymnasium was full and interactive in trying to promote unity. Here at the Race Relations Roundtable, there are many topics being discussed, but the one important question is, how does this all get solved in the long run? Organizers of the conversations on race relations say they felt the event was a success. Chairperson Juanita McGowan was the moderator for the discussion.
We wanted to develop a critical mass of people to begin to understand what the issues are and then see what do we need to do to move forward. But I think ultimately we've got to move toward a holistic, systemic kind of approach.
The Race Reconciliation Group is hoping that approach can heal and strengthen race relations in the area. This is the second meeting held by the Race Reconciliation Group, with the first one last March. Isabel, back to you.
Thanks, Brandon. Technology changes, and as it advances, the way things are done change as well. The Riley County Police Department uses technology to aid officers as they go about their daily duties. Channel 8 reporter Matthew Vose caught up with the RCPD to see how they use technology to their advantage.
As technology advances in everyday life, so does the technology within the Riley County Police Department. Advances have
And the Riley County Police Department looks to continually improve as technology in general improves, allowing officers to better perform their daily duties. However, improving technology does not mean relying more on it.
Students may be unaware to differences in the pay between their instructors and the officials in Anderson Hall. We go to Channel 8 reporter Jack Bresser for more on K-State's salary gap.
Students at K-State may wonder exactly how much their favorite professor or instructor gets paid per year, and how much do the officials in administration at Anderson Hall get paid, and how do those salaries differ? Now, the salaries between administration and faculty do differ quite a bit. According to the 2017 Kansas State budget, faculty get paid on average about $82,000, $494 a year, which isn't bad, but considering that the administration gets paid $209,801 on average per year is a really big difference, a difference of about $127,307 worth of difference between administration and faculty. After seeing the numbers, some students agree that this is a big gap.
That's a pretty big gap. Administration is doing a lot of things behind the scenes, I'm sure, things that we don't see, but the instructors and professors are molding K-State students into post-university careers. I don't think it would be unfair to say that they could probably close that gap and make it to where the people that are molding us kind of are compensated better than they are right now.
Reporting in Manhattan, Jack Bresser, Channel 8 News.
The Kansas State budget and all salaries are public data. To see how much your professors and other administrators get paid, you can visit www.kansasopengov.org to find out.
We are just a few days after Halloween and kids have stashed away their pile of candy. But some kids are giving up their candy, and for a good reason.
And next, find out the importance of voting in the election cycle and hear from the mayor of Manhattan has to say on it.
I know a spot that I love full well.
'Tis not in forest, nor yet in dell. Ever it holds me with magic spell.
I think of thee, alma mater.
We'll carry thy banner high. Long, long, may thy colors fly.
Loyal to thee, thy children will swell the cry. Hail, 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 alma mater.
Voting is one of the most important things you can do as a resident of the United States, whether it's in a national or local election. But do you really know how to vote in the upcoming Riley County election? Our Channel 8 reporter Brady Budke tells us how to register to vote for future elections.
Fine, right? I mean, I know the processes to take. I don't know the exact, ways to go about them.
Many college students are unaware about local elections, but in a city with more than 50,000 residents, how many people actually know the steps needed to get registered to vote for these upcoming local elections?
So my name is Brady Budke, and I'm going to teach you step by step on how you can get registered to vote for the upcoming elections.
So step number one in the process is you'll need to go to the website you currently see on your screen, www.rileycountyks.gov/128/elections. Now, once you're directed to the page, you're going to see a bunch of links towards the top. I definitely recommend looking at the 2017 election calendar PDF link, but ultimately what you're going to want to do from this page is click the Register to Vote link. Once you click on that link, you are on the final page that you need to be on. This is the page that has a lot of information about voting and how to get registered to vote. I definitely recommend looking at this page very slowly and carefully. And if you have any questions, you can go back up to the top of the page and check out the county clerk information. There is a phone number, staff directory, and hours.
From Manhattan, Kansas, I'm Brady Budke, Channel 8 News.
When registering to vote in Kansas for the first time, you will be required to provide evidence of United States citizenship, which can be either a United States birth certificate or a United States passport. If you don't have one of those documents when you register, you can submit it at a later time. The voting registration deadline for this year's election has passed. The website is www.rileycountyks.gov/128/elections.
Speaking of voter registration, we have a special guest in studio with us to let us know more about the significance of voting.
Channel 8 reporter Blake Reed joins us with Linda Morse, the mayor of Manhattan, with more. Blake?
Thank you, Isabel and Bailey. Good morning, Mayor Morse. How are you doing today?
It's nice to be here. Thank you.
Okay, on November 7th, the Manhattan City will vote to elect or re-elect candidates to the City Commission and Board of Education. Can you tell us a little more about the responsibilities they may have?
The responsibility of a city commissioner is to work with the city manager. He's our one employee. With regard to, we set policy, but we also review sewer, water, those kinds of rates. We adopt a policy with regard to, we adopted we added to our non-discrimination policy this last year. We implemented a rental registration program. We couldn't get support for a rental inspection program, but we did rental. Everything from what goes in out at the airport. Last fall, a referendum was passed to commit $2 million a year to road repair and only, not new roads, but just repair. So everything, when you vote, it really matters. It matters how much your water rates are, how much your, just those things in your life that you don't even think about sometimes.
Yeah.
And it's important for students to weigh in and vote in this community also, because we're setting policy for you as well.
And with an election like this, why is it so important for voters to be educated on before going to the polls?
You know, I did not answer your question, I guess, with regard to this local school board also, and they set curriculum and funding for schools, and so I wanted to be sure that I say that too, because school board is very important. We have 4 candidates for school board, 5 candidates for city commission on November 7th. And but one candidate has withdrawn from the city commission list, and his so.
And why is it so, an election like this in our community? Why is it so important to take election like this so seriously?
You know, all elections are serious, and it's easy to blow them off. But it's an extra effort to go to the polls and vote. But we have a democracy, and that means people need to speak up and speak out about what their views are. And if you just sit around grumbling, it doesn't weigh in like actually voting.
Okay, all right. And I think that's all the time we have. Thank you so much for coming. And back to you, Isabel and Bailey.
Thanks, Blake. Just a few days after Halloween, and most kids have quite the stash of candy. But some kids are giving away their candy for a good cause. Find out more later.
And the weather has been a little bit brisk lately. You might need a jacket for this coming weekend. Find out more in our 5-day forecast after the break.
What a coach, what a program. Oh, they give him the dunk. He gets number 200. Now he's going to throw far side. Jordy's got it against the lead 40. Here comes Lockett. Look out. He can move. He was drilled by Reggie Walker. On the field, perfect throw. Pringle down the sideline. Touchdown.
Whoever said college is for kicking back never met our students. They're here for college beyond the classroom, for jumping off the bandwagon and into an environment that fosters career potential. Internships and opportunities that open doors and continue advancing through a global education. At Kansas State University, students become leaders who guide the K-State family into the future. What jumpstarts a career with limitless possibilities? Character, drive, you. Outreach is more than a goal. It's our land-grant mission. We feed and sustain an expanding population and cultivate strong, stable families, growing responsibility and leadership in our youth through a far-reaching network of research, resources, and educators. Whether you're in Kansas or across the globe, every life is worthy of an extended hand. What makes K-State Research and Extension so powerful? Purpose, outreach, you.
According to the World Health Organization, 60 to 90% of all children all over the world have dental cavities. Halloween is full of candy, and Eric J. Wisdom and Associates Dental Office has a fun twist planned for kids following Halloween. Channel 8 reporter Bridget Howard has more.
Dr. Erin Rubach is a practicing dentist at the Eric J. Wisdom and Associates office in Manhattan. Her passion for helping others and giving back to the community has extended past just the Riley County area this year.
We are very excited about it and very happy to give kids a positive alternative for something else to do with their candy and give them an opportunity to give their candy to a good home.
On November 2nd and 3rd from 1 to 5 p.m., trick-or-treaters are invited to bring their candy into the offices in exchange for a small fortune and dental goodie bag. For every pound of candy brought in, kids will get $1 in exchange. The candy brought in from the event will be shipped in shoeboxes to armed forces serving overseas through the Operation Shoebox program. Operation Shoebox has donated over 1 million boxes of various supplies to our U.S. troops. Numerous staff members at the office have family members serving in the military, so this event has a much sweeter meaning to them.
A lot of our staff has husbands that have been or are currently deployed, so it's wonderful to be able to send things to them. We very much appreciate it. We love our military here.
The program is committed to donating leftover Halloween candy to soldiers and allows them to get a taste of Halloween while overseas.
Oh, well, I hope they enjoy it. I hope they eat it and share it and don't have one person eating all of it, because I don't want them getting cavities either. But I hope they enjoy it and get to have a little bit of home back where they are.
This Thursday and Friday, children will be able to bring in their candy, have it weighed, and earn some cash while supporting deployed troops. Gift bags filled with toothpaste, toothbrushes, and sugar-free gum will also be handed out. In Manhattan, Bridget Howard, Channel 8 News.
Make sure to head over to Eric J. Wisdom and Associates, located on Poyntz Avenue from 1 to 5 today and tomorrow for the Sweet Swap event.
I got so much candy on Halloween, and now I have something good to do with it. Also, I was really surprised to see it snow so early this year. We got a really cold past couple of days.
I know. It was absolutely crazy to think that we had to whip out our winter jackets just for Halloween.
Yeah.
I wonder what we'll be expecting this coming week.
We go to Emily Starkey for our 5-day forecast.
Thanks, Isabel and Bailey. We'll take a look at our national weather map. Over here in Los Angeles, it's cloudy, around 70 degrees. Up in Seattle, you might need a rain jacket. It's in the high 40s. And we move over here to Texas area. If you're headed out to Lubbock for the game, you'll be looking at warm temperatures, about 87 degrees in Austin. And then over here in Chicago, it's a little rainy. You might need a rain jacket, sitting in the mid 50s. In Atlanta, it'll be cloudy, mid 70s. And up in New York, low 70s with some clouds, but there is a little bit of sun. So we'll take a look at our Kansas weather map. Over here in the eastern Kansas, we're sitting at about 60 degrees and 68 down in southeastern Kansas. We have wind coming up to Riley County. We're sitting at 68 degrees and also 68 degrees in that Kansas City area. And over here in eastern Kansas, we're about 60 degrees. And we'll take a look at today's weather. And for today, it started out a little bit chilly this morning, but as the sun comes up, it'll start to get a little bit warmer. Some nice fall temperatures for you, so you might need a light jacket if you go out this evening. We'll take a look at our 5-day forecast. On Thursday, there will be a high of 62, low of 40, high of 51, low of 45 on Friday. High of 65 and a low of 50 on Saturday. High of 64 and a low of 33 on Sunday. And a high of 54 with a low of 35 on Monday. And if you're doing anything this weekend, you might want to grab a jacket, and as it's going to be pretty cold outside, and that's all we have for weather this week. We'll give it back to Bailey and Isabel.
Thanks for the weather update, Emily. K-State's soccer and baseball teams may get an expansion on their stadiums.
And K-State football faces off against Big 12's Texas Tech this weekend. And we have your game preview after the break.
Sandoval goes on the slide and finishes up the right line. Zumock blocker, and she puts a facial on Blusick. Rejected by the Cats.
We are a family that does not tolerate discrimination of any kind.
A family that believes diversity, inclusion, and sportsmanship are expectations.
A family that is supportive and seeks to promote a positive environment.
A family that treats all people with respect and dignity.
No matter their color, creed, gender, ethnicity, or sexual orientation.
We are an empowered family.
Who empowers family.
Welcome to K-State. This is who we are.
Straight away. Bam! Underneath the goal to Beasley for the jam. Down goes number one. Puts up the lob to Dean Wade. That is indeed how you break the press. Turns it over to Magruder. All the way with a runner. Yes, at the buzzer. Xavier Schneed from Aggieville.
Welcome back to Channel 8 News. The K-State football team is on the road this weekend, while the Manhattan High School football team is playing in the round 16 of state.
Channel 8 reporter Josh Yankovic has more on that. Plus, 2 K-State teams are getting a bit of an upgrade.
That's right, guys. K-State has a brand new facility project concerning the current baseball and soccer stadiums. Now joining us is reporter Cameron Evans, who gives us a more in-depth look at the proposal. Cameron?
Thanks, guys. Kansas State Soccer and Kansas State Baseball is hopeful that they will be able to expand both of the stadiums. Right now with Kansas State Soccer, there's not a whole lot of seating area. Mike Dabini had this to say about the possibility of this new expansion of the stadium, bringing in new K-State soccer players.
Oh, that's going to impact tremendously on the recruiting side and obviously fan experience and student-athlete experience, so we're excited about that.
For the soccer proposal, they're hopeful that they will be able to expand the seating to about 1,400 people, which would include a new building for team support services, as well as a coaching office as well. Here at Toyton Family Stadium, which is about 17 years old, they're hopeful that they will be able to build a new clubhouse as well. K-State Athletics has made an estimate of this project being about $15 million, with already $7.5 million raised. They're hopeful that they have a goal of $10 million right now, but they are hopeful that they will be able to break ground during sometime in the fall of 2019 season, which put them on track for being able to have this whole project done sometime during the 2019-2020 season. That's all we have for you guys. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks for that report, Cameron. A winning record is on the line this week as K-State faces off with a 4-4 Texas Tech. Preparing for a Wildcat offense with 3 possible quarterbacks, Texas Tech hopes to take advantage of those discrepancies. Head coach Bill Snyder said in a Tuesday press conference that effective scoring and avoiding mistakes has been the main focus this week, not who's starting at quarterback.
We do have some balance, or at least we attempt to have some balance in our offense. So, if they're capable of throwing it, capable of running it, then it doesn't distort, our offensive picture a great deal. Our issue is not, necessarily with that as much as it is. I mean, obviously there's a reason why your number one quarterback is the number one guy and so on down the road. But, we've got some other things that, are troublesome.
Starting quarterback Jesse Ertz is expected to return to the field this week and will be supported by Alex Delton and Skylar Thompson. K-State women's soccer ended their season on a down note last Friday, losing to Big 12 rival Iowa State. Competing in their first Big 12 season, the Wildcats ended with a 6-11-1 record. Head coach Mike Dabini hopes that the experience gained will help the team grow together as a Big 12 competitor.
We competed all season. We grew a lot together. We evolved. We did a lot in terms of growing together collectively. The Big 12 is challenging, however, we stayed competitive in every single match. Took a lot of teams to long stretches of the game, and you know, some of the games slipped away from us based on our you know, youth. We made some mistakes, however, we battled back, and we stayed and we competed and we did some nice things this year.
The Manhattan High School football team may be dealing with some off-the-field issues. According to a press release by the Ryde County Police Department dated October 27th, the police department responded to a report of battery committed in the 3300 block of Robinson Drive. According to RCPD Public Information Officer Hallie Rowland, the victims and suspects are members of the MHS football team. The investigation is still ongoing. That's all we have for sports this week. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks for the update, Josh. Manhattan turned back time and went to the 16th century, which included archery and sword dueling. We'll find out more about what happened after the break.
Plays it back for page 3. Swish!
Nicole backing in, spinorama right around Burris. She scored.
Martin sees an open lane. It's all the way to the basket. Chambers hits the 3. What an impressive play by Kalila Middlebrooks. Big Lou says get out.
When I hear the phrase giving back,
it means opportunity for me to do something for others.
Volunteering exposes you to different ways of life and different people around the world.
They teach you just as much as you teach them.
it allows you to understand the social issues that we face. The only people who can resolve those social issues is us, and that's starting with our community.
I think for me it means just really embodying what it means to be a part of that K-State family.
K-State athletics team with Courts for Kids, and we went to Costa Rica, a town called Leona Veja.
We went to Dallas to volunteer at Aid Services of Dallas.
I believe everybody should have education, and that's why I volunteer at a high school.
It's a family atmosphere, and we're here to take care of each other, and I think that K-State Proud and other things that students do really embody that family atmosphere that we've been taught since we got here.
What motivates Wildcats to give back?
Empathy.
Kindness.
You.
Many people who went to Manhattan City Park over the weekend seemingly journeyed back in time to the 15th and 16th century period. City Park was full of people looking for a good time, and that's exactly what they found in the Little Apple Renaissance Festival. People of all ages were treated to various activities and entertainment, such as sword dueling, team archery, stories, and performances from the Renaissance time period. The festival made its mark Sunday and Saturday. One of the event managers, Lexi Belzer, said she's hoping to make the Renaissance Festival a tradition.
So this is the first one that we've done. The hospitality management event capstone class has been planning it, and then we working with the Medieval and Renaissance Interest Association, and so we're really hoping to be able to continue on in the next couple of years, but so far this is the first year.
That's all the time we have today. Thanks for tuning in.
Have a great weekend and enjoy the fall weather. We'll see you next time.
This is Channel 8 News.